Hey everyone, this is Jane with Barlow Herbal, and I just found out that it is Stress Awareness Month. Hopefully, this is something that you are thinking about and aware of all the time, besides just during the month of April. Now, there's a couple of quick tips that I have for you that's a great place to start that can help bring your stress levels down and it can really improve your health. Okay, the first thing is just sugar. Let's just go right for the jugular, right? Sugar is something that I talk about all the time because sugar is so damaging. It damages every part of your body. It feeds cancer. It is so addictive. It makes your insulin levels rise. It ages you. There's so many negative things about tons and tons of refined processed sugar. Now, a little bit of sugar every now and again is fine, but the problem is, unless you unaddict yourself, then staying with little bits of sugar every now and again is really, really tough because if you're addicted to it, it lights up the same part of your brain that heroin does, and you want more and more and more. That's why, sometimes back when I was addicted to sugar during most of my 20s and about half of my 30s. And I could eat 12 to 15 chocolate chip cookies. I could eat a dozen brownies, like in one sitting. The thing is, for most of us who've been addicted to sugar at one point in our lives, it's not very fun to admit that. But the thing is, you are literally addicted like you would be addicted to something like heroin because it lights up the same part of your brain that heroin does. So give yourself a 60-day challenge. Make a calendar, grab an accountability buddy, and tell yourself that once and for all you're going to unaddict yourself to sugar. And you'd be surprised at everything that's out there that has sugar in it. Ketchup has sugar. Look at the jams. Look at the foods. There's foods that it is put, that has sugar put in it so that it tastes good for you. And our taste buds are so used to that. So get a grip on the sugar monster. It's going to change your health and your stress levels amazingly. The second thing is sleep. If you are not getting a rhythmic, good quality sleep, 7 to 8 hours every single night, where you go to bed pretty much at the same time, you get up at the same time, where your body's on this nice rhythm of getting long, good quality amounts of sleep every single night, this is going to add to your stress levels because your body cannot handle it if it's not had the chance to rejuvenate and repair. So your room must be set up to be cool and dark and quiet. And those are the three things that are very, very critical for our body to get an optimal night's sleep. So if you're used to staying up late and binge watching on a Netflix series, or you are up playing video games, or whatever it is that you do that throws off your sleep rhythms, and I'm not talking about if you're a person who works an ER shift. I mean, of course there's exceptions to this rule, but for most of us, it's our choice when we go to bed and what our surroundings in the place where we sleep are like. Are they conducive to a good night's sleep? So those two big things can be absolutely huge. Now, the last thing I kind of wanted to talk to you about was that Mother Nature has provided us tools to help us get some of these things in place. So let's talk about sugar for a second. If we have things that we can take as a supplement that will help curb our sweet tooth, it'll help lessen our appetite for sweets, it'll give us some energy to get moving, get walking, get exercising. Why would you not want to do it? So it's been about a year and a half. I brought out a product called Clean Fat Loss, and it will give you a boost of energy. It will curb your appetite for sweets, and it will actually help you get a grip on that ever elusive sugar monster. Because this is something that once you pull yourself out of that trap, it becomes much, much easier to every once in a while have a sweet, but then just have one little piece of sweet. And it just becomes much easier to live in this modern world where sugar is everywhere and sugar is so accessible. So take a look at that. It's got some really amazing herbs in it that really help to put your body in a place where you can get past that sugar addiction. Now, the second thing is we have a formula that was one of my dad's originals, and it's a liquid tincture of two herbs, blue vervain and valerian root. Now, the name of the product is R-Tran, and it stands for relaxant and tranquility. What this does is this helps to calm the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. So it puts your body into balance. And if you think about it as a modern human, we've got stress and anxiety and insomnia and all these things that come at us every day as a modern human. And we simply sometimes need a little bit of help to let our body know that we are okay and not stressed and that we're getting a full night's sleep. This is something you can actually take in the middle of the day. It doesn't cause drowsiness, it's non addictive. And because it's liquid, it goes right into the body, right to the bloodstream, and it just brings balance to your body. So take a look at this really amazing formula called Artran. I've used it at different times in my life when there was super, super high stress, like when my mom passed away 4 years ago. It was something that really literally saved my health during that period of time because it was so, so stressful. Now, one more thing I want to just kind of remind you of is that sometimes it really benefits your body during times of high stress to look at a really good adaptogenic herb, something like ashwagandha, rhodiola, suma root, maca, reishi mushrooms. There are herbs that can help you literally balance body chemistry and again bring your body to homeostasis. And there's all kinds of other nutrients that are involved with them as well. So we have clean fat loss. I talked about clean fat loss already. We have Fafia, which is suma root. That's a liquid. We have a product called Endurance, which has two different types of mushrooms. So besides the reishi, it also has cordyceps. Both of them are adaptogenic herbs. So not only do they do all kinds of other things for exercise endurance, but they help to balance body chemistry, which is amazing. And then we, of course, have our Brain Glow, which quiets the brain, provides oxygen and circulation to the brain, all kinds of amazing things. So take a look at some of these things. Dial in one or two of these that might work for you. Really focus on your sugar consumption or lack of it. Like make sure that it's not something that you're just focused on when can I get my next sugar fix. And then really, really focus on your sleep because those are going to help you not just be aware of your stress, but they're going to help you handle your stress. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope you have an amazing day. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, hit the subscribe button. I'd love to be able to share with you all the fun things we have coming up, and we will talk to you soon.